Hi everyone, I'm Brock. So today let's discuss about my discussion with my professor about the visual novel game generator, 红一朵 AI's progress. So several updates. Firstly, previously because I have a lot of topics I'm interested to research on, and what I did in the past is I will made 3 videos on Saturday and Sunday, which is 6 in total. And now I decided to separate it to every day, which means that from Monday to Sunday, I will make 7 videos a week and 1 video per day. My current so that's my current plan, and let's see how it goes. So first thing, uh, the main features I work on is that I change the business model strategy. Now use the tool to generate a visual novel from a text novel is free. So which means the creator is free. But if you want to read it, you will be charged based on the author's, the creator's citing. So for example, if I press push to homepage, then I will input the information. And the most important is the creator will decide how much credit it costs for the readers to review uh, the visual novel they created. So it can be as low as free. If I publish and I click browse gallery, then I will be able to see the visual novels they published, and you can rate them as you like, and you can see who is a creator, how many times this visual novel has been played, what's the rating, and how much credits is needed. So if I click play,
哈，
then it
舒
will
雅，
show,
你流泪了，做噩
then
梦
it
了
will
吗？
then it will start play this visual novel. So as you can see, I totally pivot the commercial model now. At this moment, I haven't published this feature into my website, but but I expect I will publish it in the next month, in the next week. So this is a perspective from the development. And this morning I have a discussion with my professor Kevin, and here's a summary in our discussions. So basically, 5 main topics. First one is new marketplace feature, as you showed just now. Second one is consideration about the open source project. Third one is importance of understanding what makes a qualified visual novel. Number 5 is making marketing strategy and stepping outside of my own comfort zone. Number 5 is importance of continuous professional development in the technology industry. Okay, cool. Let's go through one by one. The first one is that here are several new features that professor thinks that maybe we need to have. First one is cover image, right? The creator should be able to choose a image either from their library or upload from their computer as a visual novel's cover image. The second one is preview percentage, right? The creators can cite, let's say, 10%, 20% of the beginning of their visual novel so that readers can try before they really pay for that. Third one is expiration time. So for one-time payment, how long creators want their visual novel be exercised? 30 days, 90 days, or forever. So and currently I'm thinking about to take 30% of the credits paid by the readers. So that's it. The second topics we discuss about is about open source consideration. At the very beginning, I want to open source this project because I want to, use it a way to promote this project so that more people can use that, can know that. But Professor Kevin doesn't think this is a good idea. Firstly, he thinks that open source is not something can be undone, unlike adding or removing a product feature. Once code is public, it cannot be taken back. Therefore, this decision should be based on what, I know rather than I think or I believe. Another thing is that if I open source, right, I should clearly document which AI coding tools I have used. And also I need to think about, what's the copyright of the tool, right? It belong to me, belong to the creator, or belong to the large language model, manufacturer providers. And he also gave an example, right? VS Code is open source. However, Microsoft can't afford open source because they have hundreds of experienced engineers working on the project. Even if the communicator contributes, Microsoft's team still knows the code base much better than others. But as a solo developer, especially I only work on my free time, mainly on weekends, right? Just one or two college students can easily overpace me in the contribution, which take control of the project's direction. And a key insight is research first. Professor Kevin actually doubt the thought that open source can help me this specific project promote. And his main point is don't make irreversible decisions based on assumption. I should make decisions based on knowledge, which means I should read more, books or papers about how previous researchers, think about open source, to promote. Topic 3, use AI as an advanced search. So Professor Kevin thinks that we should use AI like advanced Google search, which means that instead of directly get an answer from AI, I should ask AI to provide more information resources. After I receive those information resources, I should be the person who make a decision what to do, which means that opinions should always be formed by myself, not by AI. Right? For example, this report is based on my notes when I have a discussion with Professor Kevin. And the opinion and what AI does here is actually just polish our sentences, organize the information, because free talk is actually unstructured information. That's what AI did. These key points actually didn't came from AI itself, right? Topic 4, it's what make a visual novel, right? What I did here from Kevin's perspective is more like a prototype, right? We show the idea. We show that we can, make the idea come true. The idea is convert text-only novel into a multi, visual novel. However, we can make it doesn't mean the output is good enough. And I need to figure out what makes a visual novel with high quality, right? Because Kevin likes watch movies, so the example he gives is professional filmmakers can define the essential elements of a good movie. However, a casual, movie liker. Although they may watch thousands of movies, it doesn't mean they really understand the key elements to make a good movie. They enjoy it, but maybe they cannot propose a good, criteria. Yeah. So, which means that if I want to work in the direction of visual novel, I must become more than just a casual consumer, right? So, what I should do is that research what the professionals say about what makes a good visual novel, and you develop assessment criteria based on the industry or community standard, not just personal feelings. I think what is a good visual novel. Third thing that I should apply those criteria to evaluate the system's output objectivity, right? And also I should play well from his perspective. Actually, playing more visual novels is least important steps. And here we still have some gaps here. And professor thinks that maybe the current product is not ready for end users, right? Imagine suddenly we get a lot of end users who play test this product and they find well it's bad, then they walk away. And maybe 1 month or 1 year later, even if I improve my product's quality, they may still never come back. And topic 5, Evans thinks that what I'm doing so far, coding with coding agents, build features, ask friends for their opinions or try to open source. Everything I'm trying to do is still stay inside my own comfort zone, right? But I don't do that is go to meeting, meet people. I didn't really well define the market problem, which I want to solve. And yeah, I don't approach marketing, from what I need to do rather than what I can do. And topic 6 is that he also shares some his personal perspectives on career growth. He thinks that technology changes constantly. The tools and the architecture used today didn't exist 10 years ago. Professionals in this industry must continuously learn and adapt, which means we should not only learn during work hours, office hours, but also we need to invest on, the knowledge, the domain knowledge outside of work office hours. And he thinks that is true for software developers, technical account managers, which is my current role, and any technology related roles. As for about job, he doesn't think that work for your company is like a slavery. His perspective is that it's build your personal values that is transferable. The knowledge belongs to yourself. Companies pay for the knowledge. And if you continue to enhance that domain knowledge, you will become valuable. So which is change your mindset, right? And he is a person regard, career in life. Well, because he's thinking this way. So even if I already graduate for almost 2 years, he's still wanting to use his, Saturday morning to have a 1 hour conversation with me. If he draw a clear boundary between work and life, there's no doubt he wants to do that, right? Because I'm not his student anymore. He doesn't have the obligation to guide me on this thing, on this project. So I will think about it. Although I have some other opinions. And for example, my company is working on GPU industry, AI infra. And he thinks that, right, for example, GPU architecture is rapidly evolving. Do I really understand the architecture? Do I understand the difference between H100, H200, B200, GB300, and next week it will be GTC? And there's no doubt that NVIDIA will propose some new, GPU architecture. I heard that it's called Ruby, right? So I think that I should use my spare time to know more knowledge about that, rather than just, be able to take care of my current job. Okay, so key takeaways and action items. First one, research open source for independent developers. Second, define visual novel quality criteria. Third, improve core output quality. Fourth, research marketing for independent projects. Fifth, step outside comfort zone. Sixth, invest in professional knowledge. And the key principles, I think, knowledge over assumptions. Firstly, knowledge over assumptions. Secondly, AI as a research tool, search tool. Thirdly, assessment criteria before sharing. Fourthly, professionals are made, not born. Yeah. So I can give a lot of examples on writers, artists, or even filmmakers that to say, hey, they don't major in literature, but they become a good author. They don't major in filming, they become a good filmmaker. But from Kevin's perspective, actually, maybe 99% of those professionals, they become professionals by investing their time and efforts and then that. And the comfort zone is the enemy of progress. Again, right? For me, marketing is outside of my comfort zone. Maybe I need to learn how to go to market by myself. Maybe I can find a partner who feel comfortable with go to market. But yeah, but I can just ignore that. Sixth, continuous learning builds personal value, right? I don't think that we should have a mindset that working for a company is like selling yourself to this company, just like a slavery. He will regard it as an opportunity to build personal transferable skill. And which means that you should care about what you are doing. You should love what you are doing, and you should invest your personal spare time on what you are doing, rather than just go do your stuff during work office hours and leave office and don't think it at all. He thinks that it should be this way. Well, I cannot see what he said is correct, but at least he provided one possibility for aspects. Well, I think that's the main discussions with professor, and yeah, and this is my current progress for Hongyi.ai. Yeah, I will keep work on it and try to share the progress once a week. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you, everyone. Bye.